Let's take a look at how to build this articulating desk lamp in Revit. This family has two articulation points, one at the elbow where the two arms meet and another at the top of the second arm, plus a tilt parameter that controls the lamp head. As I open the family, the first thing to point out is that it's an adaptive family, which uses its own adaptive template. You'll see in wireframe that I've placed adaptive points and drawn reference planes to control the flexing. There are also two nested families here, the base and the lamp head. For now, I've hidden those because they're added back in at the end. So let me walk you through how this came together. I started in elevation, placing 3 adaptive points. One at the base, one for the elbow, and one at the top for the lamp head. Then, in 3D view, I sketched the reference lines. To do that, I set the elevation as the work plane, choose the reference line tool, turned on 3D snapping and connected the 3 points. If you flex the points, you'll see the elbow joint move exactly as intended. Next came the arm profiles. At the midpoint of the lower reference line, I placed a point element, then set its work plane so that it was perpendicular to the reference line. Using the circle tool, I sketched an 8mm radius circle at that point. Selecting the circle and the reference line together, I created a form, choosing solid, that extrudes the profile along the path to form both arms. To make the geometry clearer, I switch the display to shaded so the solids stand out. Now for the nested families. The base is very simple, just a revolve extrusion drawn in the front elevation. Now the lamp head is more complex because it's parametric. I build this with another revolve, but it's locked to a reference plane that controls the tilt. Let me hide a few elements to focus in on the reference line. The left endpoint of that reference line is aligned and locked to the vertical center plane. Then I add an angular dimension to create the tilt parameter. As I click the example I prepared earlier, you'll notice that it's parametric. This controls the tilt angle. We also have another revolve solid here, and it's locked to a reference line that drives the tilt. With the geometry done and flexing, I can load this lamp head family into the parent adaptive family. Back in the parent family, I'll start in plan and place one instance of the lamp head. You can see it appear over on the upper left side. Using the align command, I'll select the horizontal plane and then select the corresponding plane in the nested component and then lock it down. Now I'll move it closer to the articulating arms so that I can zoom in closer. It still has the default 5-degree slope from when I flexed it before inserting it here, so I'll reset to 0 because it makes alignment easier. Using the align command, I select the adaptive point first, and then I select the center plane of the nested head and I lock it. I repeat this for the horizontal plane, remembering to pick the adaptive point first. Use tab to be sure that you're grabbing the right reference plane and not faces. With those locked, I'll flex to test. I nudge the elbow point and the upper arms follow. I move the top adaptive point and the head tracks correctly. Finally, I flex the tilt parameter through its range. Rotation is smooth and centered on the axis. And I know you thought I'd forgotten. If you have stayed with me for this long, here's the final step, connecting the base. It's actually very similar to the lamp head with the align command active. First select the adaptive point and then select the vertical reference plane of the nested base family and lock it. Next, align in the horizontal direction. Select the adaptive point again, then tab through until you can pick the top of the base family and lock that down as well. You'll know you have it right when you see 2 lock pad symbols appear. Interestingly, this part of the family is not meant to flex. Let's now place this in a project. It's fixed in place, acting as the anchor for the rest of the lamp. So now we have it, 2 articulated arms, a tilting lamp head and a fixed base, all working together in one adaptive family. Thanks for watching. I hope that you learnt something new. If you did, please hit subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next video.